Hello candidates, I am going to dictate you a passage of 1000 words at the speed of 110 words per minute. So please get ready for the dictation. The dictation will start after 15 seconds. The committee, while examining the demands for grants 2015 to 16 and 2016 to 17, had observed that due to delayed sanction of allocations and cuts imposed at RE stage, the Ordnance Factories Board was compelled to cut short its committed liabilities, which resulted in shortfalls in meeting the financial targets. Ordnance Factories Board was considering to increase the supplies on the basis of the requirements of the armed forces. As a consequence of the cut applied at RE stage and mismatch between the projections and actual allocations, Ordnance Factories Board could not produce the equipment as per the order placed by Army. Therefore, the committee had desired that there is a need to further enhance its capacity to arrest shortage of ammunition and vehicles, and adequate budgetary provision should be provided at RE stage. The committee are not happy with the routine nature of reply, which merely indicates that the projections or requirements of Ordnance Factories Board will be forwarded to Ministry of Finance at RE stage. In case the funds are not provided, the available resources will be optimally utilized based on prioritized requirements of Ordnance Factories. This is reflective of the helplessness of Ordnance Factories. There is no question that the problem of shortage of ammunition with the armed forces cannot be minimized with these reduced allocations. Therefore, the committee once again emphasized that adequate budgetary allocations should be provided to the Ordnance Factories Board. During the course of deliberations, the representatives of DRDO admitted that the current budgetary allocation will not suffice even for ongoing projects and revenue commitments. Major projects for futuristic technology requirements of tomorrow have been put on hold due to pending allocation of funds, and infrastructure activities planned for future need additional funding. Therefore, DRDO requires sustained annual commitment of funds year on year for taking up new projects. There is also an imperative need to carry out research and cutting edge technology development for building a strong indigenous technology base. The committee strongly feels that undertaking these activities requires adequate budgetary support. The committee are disappointed to view the depletion of budgetary allocation for DRDO, which has the effect of jeopardizing the scientific and technological base of defense forces. The committee therefore strongly feels that all possible measures must be taken immediately to meet the budgetary requirements of DRDO. The committee have been further appraised that for high value projects, DRDO has started the groundwork, which includes peer review of project proposal, as these are of high priority category. The projects would be taken up once the allocation has been secured. The committee strongly urges the ministry to provide adequate funds for these high value and high priority projects so that the work already done on these projects does not go waste. The committee may be appraised of the steps taken in this regard, keeping in mind the depletion of allocation for R&D. both in absolute and percentage terms, and depletion of the percentage share of R&D activities with respect to overall R&D budget and overall resource crunch of Government of India. The committee desired that the ministry should explore the possibility of considering the budget for R&D platform development as a sum of R&D budget of DRDO, DPSUs and ordnance factories as well as the private sector. The committee are of the view that due care should be taken to synergize the R&D activities being undertaken by all these organizations in order to avoid duplication of research and development and saving on cost and time. As a consequence thereof, more funds can be made available for undertaking research work. The committee also notes that DRDO's products and systems are being developed with partnership of more than 1000 industries including a small and medium enterprises. In view of limited funds available with DRDO, the committee are of the view that there is need to relook at this aspect as to how the industries will sponsor for manufacturing the products and DRDO will only assist them in design and development assignment without spending from its own budget. The committee desire that DRDO should take necessary steps in this regard under intimation to them. We do agree with the suggestion of the committee and the same needs to be relooked as to how the industries will sponsor for manufacturing the products. DRDO has implemented the same in certain cases. Examples of these include the case of development of Rustam 2, wherein the industry partners are seeding in rupees 300 crore in design and development activities, which is 20% of the product cost. Also, in certain cases, the production contract has been taken up by PSUs which have sought design consultancy from DRDO. A policy regarding the same needs to be framed up. On the requirements of scientists, the committee note that various steps are being taken by DRDO to generate interest in defense technologies among school and college students with the aim of encouraging them to take up defense R&D as a career. While the committee appreciates the efforts being made in this direction, they feel that concerted efforts are needed to attract genuine young talent to opt for defense R&D as a career. In this regard, the committee opined that a detailed research of the best practices being followed by the major countries in the world being undertaken and an action plan based on this study drawn up for consideration. The viability of the practices followed internationally which the local scenario may be worked upon and shared with the committee for their information and consideration and further examination in this regard. As regards performance accountability of personnel, DRDO has a merit-based promotion scheme wherein promotions are granted to scientists or technical staff only after a rigorous assessment by subject experts or external members. In the process